flesh and blood doesn't make you related. She used to tell me a story about the amazing Glaze. Him and your pops was like brothers, but that nigga was crazy.
Hey, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am the real Glaze Gibbs. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, share, support. I was once the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do is right my wrong and become part of the solution. But most importantly, I'm not trying to get on these platforms and inject my story with steroids. Like I know you got that guy 3 toes down. Talk back to me, Marky. That's what he do. He injects steroids into everything that he do, especially his bootleg muscle. But you got right now with shout out to Cam, Capone, News, and Prince. Sat down again and they talking. But right now is what got the internet buzzing? What Prince say? Prince Miller say that they bought 400 kilos at one time. That made a lot of people air perk. Okay? 400 keys, that's cartel money. And right now is, if y'all was getting 400 keys, that was your largest purchase. I want y'all to listen to him first, and I'll be back.
Biggest purchase that you made at the height of everything?
I'd say we bought one time, I don't know, maybe 300 keys, 400 keys one time, and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, folks, y'all just heard it for yourself. 300 to 400 keys. You know what I'm saying? 300 to 400 keys. In the 80s, wholesale coke was going for 25 to 35,000 a key. 400 keys equal 10 to 14 million street investment. Supreme Team was known for buying in bulk, but documented court records show consistent kilo purchase not confirmed. It was not in the transcript. So when Prince say that they was making or buying 300 to 400 keys, was that just literally or what? Was he adding steroid to that number? I don't know. But once again, right now is, man, listen, it don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. I'm not coming on this platform calling this man a liar because I wasn't there. But once again, if you look at other situation pertaining to their case, something just not right, or something just not adding up. Because once again, if y'all was on that type of level, a lot of things y'all guys wouldn't be doing.
Something where people can see, they're going to see exactly what happened in that lifestyle when I put it to film.
It was reported you guys are making a very large sums of money. How accurate were those reports?
You know, you got to be careful because sometimes, right, that's the one thing about stories. People, it be so many lies mixed in with the truth, you can't tell the difference, right? Sometimes they say, you know, I think it's what's a saying that goes, the truth is stranger than fiction or something like that, something of that nature. But yeah, we made a lot of money and we did a lot of things. We had businesses that people don't even know we.
So y'all just heard him. So many lies mix in with the truth. So many lies mix into the truth. So right now is, even what he just say, 300 to 400 keys at one time. So many lies mix in with the truth. So did he took it and basically add a couple more zeros onto that? Who knows? Only person know is those that was there. But 300 to 400 keys, that's a lot. And not only that, folks, let's look at it. Let's look at the situation and let's look at it. How in the hell you go from purchasing 300 to 400 keys at one time to right now is allegedly, it's in the court documents that right now is at one point in time, you know, you got some of the co-defendant was coming to dispose of some of the bodies of the Colombians. Right now is allegedly, right now they beat the charge. But allegedly, you got how many Colombians were killed? So one guy was helping out. Well, how many keys did we get? 2 keys. Make that make sense. How in the hell we go from 300 to 400 keys that we is buying to executing, to chopping up body, to killing Colombians, to connect. For what? Less than 5 keys of coke? Something just ain't right. So to me, are we telling a lie? Is that magic gone? Ooh, do you feel the... Come on, man. You know what? A lot of times, like to me, everybody want to come along, change it up. Be real. Like right now, guess what? A lot of times, what they say, the truth should set us free. Hey guys, let's look at it. At one point in time, Fat Cat was like the biggest. And not only that, right now is him and Preem had a hell of a relationship. So even with that being said, let's look at it. You know, in the 1987, the Supreme Team was allied with another drug gang led by Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols that supplied the Supreme Team with powder cocaine. So even with that being said, F Cat was the biggest, but these guys was getting 300 to 400 keys at a time. Make it make sense. Even when I was part of a Cat crew, and right now I was head of security, guess what? The most I ever seen Cat get is probably 2 to 3 keys of heroin and probably like 30 to 50 keys of coke. That's a big difference to 300 to 400. But once again, folks, listen, at the end of the day, none of that stuff was worth it. Everybody either died or went to prison for a long, long time. For what? All we was doing is picking up the brick, throwing at the prison wall for absolutely nothing. So if you're going to come on these platforms, you know what you got to do? Tell the truth. The truth should set you free. I am the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. If I can change, anybody can change. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, support, and most important at the end, hit the hype button. One love.
We're probably the most ruthless and notorious cocaine crack enterprise in the city. That being Howard Happy Mason and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols.
NYPD rookie police officer was murdered, executioner style. And as I'm listening, I'm like, whoa.
You actually dealt with Brian Glaze Gibbs, huh?
I dealt with him years ago, back in the 80s, early 90s. I was where he was arrested by my partner back in those days for several murders himself.
Not bad. I was given to me by a police officer in New York called Matt Byrne, whose son was gunned down by these drug dealers up there in New York City.
Glaze was probably within the top 10 people in the city, but I'm going to say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. Drug dealers, and controlled the drug organization.
And you know what I did? When I got the phone, I told my man, the next time we see him, he's out of here.
Yeah.
Less than 12 hours, that nigga was dead.
Yeah,
Is this the second person you murdered?
No. Because, like, right now, if you're going by the timeline, by that time, there's a few more before him.
You know, I heard so many good things about you. What I really like is, I know you're a tough guy. And I've known that for quite a while, and you changed your life, and you're coming around, and you're right. We're from New York, and we're New Yorkers. No matter what color you are, no matter what religion you are, no matter what you are, you know, we're New Yorkers.
Well, he was a drug kingpin himself. He was a drug lord himself back in those days, and he operated out of Brooklyn and East New York, and you know, he committed a lot of violent acts himself. So if anybody knows the streets, I mean, he knows the streets.
Tottenham.
Yeah, you gotta worry about them guys. But we only have to worry about those guys in Vanderveer and stuff. You know, we all knew Glaze and Tutton, all those guys.
Yeah.
I know Glaze, Supreme Team. What up, Glaze? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, inside the mind of a killer, the brain.
Hey y'all, it's Miss T, best-selling author of my memoir, Harlem Heroin. When I wrote my first book, I didn't have a coach or a blueprint, and now I'm giving you what I wish I had. I created the Do-It-Yourself Author Toolkit, Write Your Book in 30 Days, for everybody who's sitting on a story, an idea, or a testimony. This toolkit is a digital product that will walk you step by step of how to write and self-publish your own book. I give you tips, timelines, and templates It's all in there. I even give you daily affirmations. Now, who's going to give you that? My story took me from Harlem to the red carpet of Hollywood. Featured on BET. Then I was hired for projects on Netflix and the ID channel. Somebody needs to be inspired by you. Your story, your idea, or your poem needs to be written. All you need is this guy and me. Let's walk these red carpets together. This gem is priceless. Grab yours now.